Hey, it's Jeff Sauer here, and last week I published a video about GDPR and how it affects Google Analytics. And this week I want to do another video on the same topic, but this time offer some more clarity and maybe even a correction into what I said last week. Now last week I talked about Google's data retention policies, and I said that I don't really know what option you should choose. I don't have all the information. And so I said in that video that once I had more information on the data retention policy, I would share it in another video. And that's this video. So I do have some more information. Some more information's come to light, and it's a little bit more dramatic than I thought it would be. I actually thought this would be a nice little update video, something where I would say, yeah, things weren't as bad as I thought, or things would be good. But it turns out they could be much worse than we think. It turns out you could lose your ability to do advanced segments, secondary dimensions, and even custom reporting in Google Analytics if you're not careful. So make sure you watch along to see how GDPR and Google's data retention policy is going to affect your analytics moving into the future. Hey, it's Jeff here with a special public service announcement. If you want to keep your historical analysis capabilities in Google Analytics, then you're going to want to listen up. And I want to start this message by saying something. I am very concerned. I'm not sure where I'm at on the DEFCON scale, but maybe I'm at a 5, maybe I'm at a 4, I'm not sure, but I'm very concerned. And the reason why is because GDPR is coming and there are still many unknowns with the system. Fortunately for us, the major software vendors are rolling out their GDPR solutions, and they're doing it with about a month to spare before GDPR takes hold. And one of the things that I'm doing now is interpreting the data to see what we need to do and trying to disseminate that for you in these videos. Last week, I published a video on GDPR and Google Analytics and how they affected each other. And so if you want to watch that video first, go ahead. You can find it at the link below. Now within that video, there is a setting that I wasn't too sure about, and that is the user and event data retention. And in last week's video, I sort of breezed through the setting, and I said, I'll need to read more about this in order to form an opinion. I didn't really know if it was good or bad. I didn't really read through it. I didn't think of the implications of it. But it's been on my mind ever since. And now I'm scared. Like, I'm more scared of this than I'm scared of clowns, and I'm really freaking scared of clowns. I'm scared that this change is going to ruin Google Analytics for everybody. And here's the reason for alarm. Your ability to do analytics in GA is going away on May 25th, 2018. At least your ability to do analytics as you know it today. And that is, it's going to go away unless you take action within the next 3 weeks. Let me explain why. So yes, let's go back to this user and event data retention policy within Google Analytics. Seems like it's not that big of a deal. You can choose how long you want to retain your data, and they say it's not going to affect most standard reporting. Now, when you see the word standard reporting, you probably think, okay, not a big deal. But when you read between the lines, you can see this is only aggregated data, and that's only your canned reports. It doesn't include a lot of the dynamic functionality that makes Google Analytics what it is for analysis. And so if you do nothing and you keep the 26-month window and May 25th rolls around, it's going to get rid of all of your non-aggregated data. And you're probably thinking to yourself, no problem. All the reports we use are already aggregated, right? Well, let me investigate. Let's start with the definition. Aggregated data is the same thing as a canned report. Okay, so it's a report that you get, your ABC reports in Google Analytics, acquisition, behavior, conversion. It's anything you look at during a date range that just gives you a report, and it runs within seconds and it just works. So what is the opposite of aggregated data? It's something called sample data. And when I think of sample data, I think of all the ad hoc reporting that you want to do. All the ad hoc reporting in Google Analytics. And so if you want to get this idea as to what sampling is, I've included a link to Google's support article here that tells you what sampling is. Okay, sampling, ad hoc, maybe you don't need to do ad hoc reporting. No big deal, right? Because your default reports are unaffected. And so if you look at this definition here, basically your default reports, nothing happens. Each reporting view, every audience acquisition behavior and conversions, those reports will work the same way. But here's the problem for doing analysis. And that is that everything else is going to be gone. So all your ad hoc reports, which includes things like applying a segment, filtering your views, like using a table filter, secondary dimensions, custom reporting, those are going away in your Google Analytics account on May 26. If you don't click on the button to say don't expire our data. Not only that, but there's a lot more that's going away as well. Multi-channel funnel reports are going away. Attribution reports are going away. Flow visualization reports are going away. You might not use these all the time, but they're pretty important reports when you do use them. So that's a lot that's going away. It's literally everything that I love about Google Analytics that they're getting rid of as a result of this change. And no, I don't think this is really a GDPR thing. I think it's just Google cleaning house during this opportunity and rolling it out at the same time that everybody's confused about GDPR. But what we're losing is the whole analytics part of Google Analytics if you don't check this setting that retains your data in Google Analytics. And here's the problem. Without the ability to drill down, Google Analytics is just a reporting tool. And that means that the best part of GA is going away if you don't take proactive action. So what's the fix? It's actually really simple. Simply select the option Do Not Automatically Expire in the data retention section of each property of your Google Analytics account and do it before May 25th, 2018. If you do it on May 26th, 2018, what's going to end up happening is that you are going to have the data deleted, everything that's not within the 26-month window. And so, for example, 26 months from May 25th, 2018 means that all your data from March 2016 and backwards is just going to be deleted. All your ability to do custom segments, everything is going to be gone within 24 hours of this change happening. And so if you miss this, it's not coming back. It's gone. It's off the books. They're deleting it. And so that's why this is so important. That's why I'm making a video specifically about this, because I don't want this to happen to anybody, especially people who are savvy with their analytics and they want to be able to do comparisons historically between data that's more than 26 months old. If you've had your website for more than 3 years, they're taking away a major ability to do analysis if you don't check this box. So just do it. Check the box that says Do Not Automatically Expire, and you will have the same capabilities in the future that you have now with your analytics data. And then you can continue to use Google Analytics for analysis. So let's get to some questions that you might have. First of all, if you do nothing, what happens? Well, you still have 26 months of data to analyze, but historical data will be eliminated. And that means that you will not be able to do analysis on any historical data beyond March of 2016. And that means you can do some analysis, but if you've been in the business for a while, it's all going away. The next question, are these features that you're losing really that important? Well, secondary dimensions and table filters are my favorite part of Google Analytics. It is the most useful day-to-day feature. It might not be the most advanced, it might not be the newest technology they have, but it's the most useful. And I would get into an arm wrestling match with anybody who says otherwise. And then there's advanced segments, which are a very close second. Could you imagine losing your ability to do advanced segmentation? I can't. I don't want to be around in that world where we don't have advanced segmentation. Next question, will this affect the GA API? I can only assume that once the data is gone, it's gone. And so yes, the API will lose these capabilities too. I don't use Google Analytics for analysis, so why should I care? Maybe you're somebody who just looks at reports and you don't log into Google Analytics very often. To that I say, touche. I guess I can't sway you. If in 2018 you don't think these things are important, then you might not think that they're going to be important in the future. But I also wonder why you're watching this video in the first place. Why are you interested in this thing if you don't use Google Analytics to its fullest? You should. So if you've watched this far, the bottom line is you should immediately change the setting after watching this video. Seriously, don't wait. Do it now. Don't be like the Predator who failed to take out Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do it now! Do it now! And then leave a comment on this YouTube video or on the blog once you've implemented this change. I want to hear it from you and I want to make sure you took action. And so that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to be the first one to know when we put out new videos.